How's it going, guys? J-Force back at it again with a new video, and today we're gonna be taking a look at World War Z, and we're gonna be examining my favorite class, which is the medic class, and I'm just gonna be basically going over the skill tree and how it is used throughout the game, guys. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and hit the bell to turn on post notifications. That way you guys will be notified every time I post a video. But without further ado, guys, let's jump right into our class setup. Alright guys, so as you know, each class has its 4 preset abilities as you level up. So for the medic class, you begin with a booster shot, which it reads: start with a stim pistol, combat SMG, and free medkit. Using medkit on a teammate will also apply 25% of its effect on you, which, guys, is pretty self-explanatory. If you heal your teammate, 25% of the health that you give them, you will receive also. So going over to class 1, we got triage. And by the way, guys, I just want to set a reminder, these are my personal settings. Of course, a lot of people go with different class builds for specific things. This is just what I enjoy. But for our first class set, we are going to go with triage, which gives you the ability to apply medkits 50% faster. And that's also pretty self-explanatory. It takes half of the amount of time to apply a medkit than a normal person. Tier 2, we got paramedic. Revive speed increased by 50%. Also, very self-explanatory. The way it works is if a player goes down, you revive them twice as fast. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Tier 3, I began using empathy, but after a while I decided to go with Big Pharma, which all it does is increases the max number of stim pistol charges to 4, which again, you guys can go with either one in my opinion, but I just think it's a lot easier because with 4 stim pistols you can give the entire team a temporary health boost, which is awesome. So your next default skill you will get is tenacity. I don't think I'm saying that right. All incapacitated team members will stay alive for 30% longer, which of course self-explanatory. It takes longer for them to bleed out, so that it can definitely come in handy. Next, so for this tier, I would say honestly, it's up to the individual. For me, I went with Navy SEAL, which is a start with a SMG TMP5, which in my opinion, you know, I like to start with the tier upgrade. Of course, other people like the health bonus, and other people might like the second win. So for me, this is my personal one, but this isn't like a game changer. You know what I mean? So, but the tier after that, combat medic. All right, guys, this is an extremely important one. Killing 15 zombies in rapid succession gives a 50% chance to receive a medkit. Now, guys, that might not sound like a big deal, but I'm gonna include some gameplay. This can be really awesome before you fight a horde or a swarm or whatever you guys call them, because if you're using any type of heavy weapon or stationary gun, or you could even be using your default shotgun, if you kill 15 zombies really fast, you have a half chance to receive a medkit. And I would say 90% of the time when I am fighting swarms, I always get a new medkit. So a tip that I would go ahead and tell you guys is, before you go into one of those swarm fights where you know you're going to be defending yourself against waves and you have a medkit, go ahead and use it. Use it on the lowest character on your team, because you know you're going to get another one back, preferably pretty soon. Okay, so that's why I go with combat medic, guys. Next tier, we have I'll Take That. This is also another one that is ridiculously helpful, guys. I cannot explain it enough. And this ability makes killing a special zombie gives a 100% chance to restore 1 equipment charge, and it happens every 30 seconds. Guys, it's awesome. And a good tip, a big tip that I would give you guys is, if you know, for example, if there's a hazmat zombie running towards you and you are full of stem cells, the best thing to do is pop your stem cell and then kill the zombie. Therefore, when you kill the zombie, you will receive one. If you're maxed out, if you're capped at 3 or you're capped at 4 and you kill the zombie, you're not going to receive anything for it. So I think it's awesome. It's really awesome to have that. So your next default is going up to fighting chance. Using the stem pistol on a teammate who is pinned will get them on their feet. Guys, I cannot explain how many times I have used this. It's perfect because literally when you revive someone, you give them a temporary boost. So it's great. And you don't have to go anywhere near them. You can be running from zombies, shoot them real fast, and they're up and they have health. Next one, forgive and forget. Friendly fire damage reduced by 25% for all team members. I think it's helpful, man. I'm always getting shot in the back of the head. Okay, we can all relate. We always got that one teammate or that teammate with a crossbow who just loves shooting people with a crossbow. And the damage reduction is awesome. I enjoy it. Now this one, guys, this next tier is a game changer, and I 100% recommend this, especially if you're attempting extreme mode. Secret ingredient. Stem pistol grants additional masking effect lasting 5 seconds. Guys, this is used in any situation. If you're getting smacked around by zombies and you stem cell yourself, now you're invisible for 5 seconds with a temporary health boost. So with that 5 seconds, you can go revive. Let's say your whole team goes down. You can go revive everybody within that 5 seconds. It is ridiculously OP, and I love it. And it's 100% going to be on my loadout no matter what. Second to last tier is swapping mags. SMG reload speed increased by 25%. I mean, it's, again, a very self-explanatory skill. I always start off with the SMG, whether it's the normal or the upgraded one, but it's still going to make the cut. So that reload speed always helps me. And then your last default when you reach level 30 is Doctor's Bag. Medkits used by you and your teammates restore 10% more health, which again is self-explanatory. You get 10% more health for every medkit used in that game. So honestly, guys, it's super great to have. Honestly, it's super great to have, and I really enjoy it. And guys, of course, now we're on to our tips. Alright guys, so tip number 1 is always to use your stem pistol on yourself when you are targeted by a bull. As you guys can see in the gameplay in the back, I'm clearly targeted by the bull, and as soon as I hit my stem pistol, he acts like he has no idea where I went, guys. So that is tip number 1. Just a reminder, guys, this ability isn't unlocked until level 26. And also, this doesn't just work on the bull, it also works on the creeper. If you stem cell yourself while he's in midair, basically before he hits you, it will basically cancel it out and he will instantly get off of you because they can't really see you. So it's a great tip to have, guys. Tip number 2, which can honestly go for any class, but I feel like it is specific for the medic class, guys. If you see an extra supply bag, make sure you always use all of your supplies before you grab it, because no matter what, when you grab a supply bag, it will completely fill up your supplies. Therefore, you might as well go ahead and shoot your entire team with your stem pistol and have it refilled rather than just use one and then the other 3 just go to waste. You guys know what I mean? So make sure always use all of your supplies before restocking, especially with the stem pistol. Alright guys, tip number 3. If you notice that your equipment is full and you know you're in pursuit to kill a special zombie, as you guys know from earlier, killing a special zombie will grant you an extra equipment 100% of the time. So make sure you guys go ahead and use a stem cell on yourself. That way you can get the extra one for free. You don't want that stem cell to just go to waste for killing that zombie. So if you are full, make sure you guys go ahead and use one so that way you can refill it with the kill. Alright guys, so tell me this. How many times has it happened where you would revive a teammate and within the next 5 seconds they're going right back down? Well, that leads me into tip number 4, guys. Once you reach a level 20 in your medic class, you can use the stem pistol on a teammate who is pinned and they will get on their feet. This is awesome because you don't have to go anywhere near them to shoot them. And also it gives them the temporary health boost as if you were shooting them normally with a stem pistol. So instead of coming back with 30 health, they're essentially coming back with 100 health, even though 70-ish% of it is temporary, guys. But I think it's awesome, and it also gives the player being revived a lot higher probability of staying on their feet. So that is tip number 4. And the final tip for today's video, tip number 5, is don't be too generous. As a medic, and especially as a high tier medic, oftentimes you'll find that some things just can't happen. Some revives just cannot happen. Sometimes you have to save supplies for yourself. Maybe you want to save a med kit for yourself. Maybe you want to save stem cells for yourself. And do not feel selfish. Yes, as a medic, you kind of have an obligation to be a medic, but that also doesn't mean that you have to give out every single thing you have. And oftentimes I'll find myself last person up, my whole team's down, I've got 4 stem cells. Yeah, I can use it, get them all up on their feet and continue, but sometimes it's just not worth it. Sometimes I'd rather just use the stem cells on myself and survive long enough for them to respawn and get back into the game and get back into the fight. So don't always feel like you're obligated to waste all of your stem cells and all of your med kits on other players, because at the end of the day you also have to think about yourself. And sometimes it's a lot easier for you to keep yourself healed, keep yourself camouflaged, and survive it out rather than risk your life to continuously keep the others full and satisfied. So remember, guys, although you're a medic, that doesn't mean you have to give out all of your supplies. Well, alright guys, that is going to conclude today's video on basically mastering the medic class on World War Z. Some things to look forward to, guys. I plan on doing a video for every single class as I see fit. But guys, if you enjoyed, if you learned something new, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also turn on post notifications. That way you guys will be notified every time I post a video, guys. But I'm Jay Force. I hope everybody learned something nice, and we will see you guys next video.